Today's video is sponsored by Karma, an app and Chrome extension that ensures you never miss a price drop or coupon code. Start saving money today by using my link in the description. Holla, Clawdeen9 here, and today we have the ghostly gossip. In today's video, we're discussing Monster High's cryptic post for Pride Month. Are they pandering, or are we finally getting an LGBTQ+ character? And why are some people fed up with Mattel after this post? Plus, the mind-blowing fan theories that could make or break Monster High's comeback. We've got all the tea you need, including some updates on the dolls, but don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, turn on notifications, and subscribe so you never miss the tea on the toys you love. Now, let's dive in. For context, the creator of Monster High, Garrett Sander, did a Q&A on his Instagram story during summer of last year. During this Q&A, he shared lots of insider info about the Monster High brand, including the plans to have LGBTQ+ characters in the lineup. One user asked Garrett, "Was there ever any talk of making an LGBT character or couple pair?" Garrett responded, "Of course there was. There were a couple characters we wanted to be LGBT. While we didn't get to say it outright, we tried to hint at it where we could. It was frustrating." But Garrett went as far as to confirm which characters were always intended to be queer, and you may be surprised. Before we go into that, let's talk dolls. You may be worried about breaking the bank with all the new upcoming doll releases, but Karma's got you covered. No, not that Karma. Like I mentioned earlier, Karma, formerly known as Shop Tagger, is an app and Chrome extension that notifies you of price drops and coupon codes for hundreds of websites like Target, Walmart, eBay, and Amazon, where most dolls are primarily released. I actually used Karma for today's video when purchasing my operetta costume on Amazon. Karma notified me when the costume was on sale and saved me $20. Go to Karma's site or through Chrome's web store, just click install on the Karma plugin, and whatever site you're shopping on, you can save items you're interested in, track items, and get notifications via email or mobile push when an item you save goes back in stock, is on sale, or has an active coupon code. To show you quickly, for example, like when I purchased the operetta costume, all you have to do is click the Karma button, tap save, and you can manage everything right there. Set it to alert you when it goes on sale or notify you when it drops in price, and create wish lists of all the products you save to keep them neatly organized. This can help with those impulse buys and making sure you're reaching your goal of completing your collection. Karma also scans the web for coupon codes and applies them automatically at checkout, which is a special feature for your computer, so the Chrome extension is a must. Plus, they offer a really cool cashback feature that allows you to earn money via PayPal when purchasing on certain websites. You can get Karma's free Chrome extension through my link. Check it out in the description below. When this user asked, "I just got Kiyomi and was reading her diary, and I noticed there was hints of her being a part of the LGBT+ community. Is this true?" His response was, "If there are hints, there's a reason. Kiyomi being queer would make perfect sense, since her face changes rainbow colors based on her emotions. In case you didn't know what this question refers to, in Kiyomi's diary, it's subtly hinted that Kiyomi has a crush on Draculaura, which has allowed her to learn to express herself as an individual." But the most exciting statement Garrett made was when he confirmed which Monster High characters were intended to be queer. Nathan was planned to be, but wasn't quote-unquote the right time. We also planned for Valentine to come out in his diary. The idea was that he was ashamed of being gay, so he tried to go after a fake version of love by not being himself, and by finally accepting who he was able to thrive on not only finding true love for himself, but being able to love himself for who he was. It was a really touching story. Management thought it was putting an LGBT person in a negative light, even though I wrote it and was the only LGBT person on the team at the time. So we know for sure Nathan Rott from Freaky Fusion was intended to be gay, which, despite the romantic tension between him and Frankie in Freaky Fusion, is emphasized again in the Monster High Zombie Gaga music video. And Valentine was also intended to be gay, with a hinted love interest for Spelled and Caldronello, Castafierce's brother. Plus Kiyomi, who is hinted to be queer as well. But we all know who we wanted to be confirmed. Is Clawdeen a lesbian? We'll discuss what Garrett said in a moment, but first, I think it's important to go over what fans had to say about Clawdeen's sexuality. On June 2nd, the official Monster High Instagram page posted a rainbow skelette collage captioned, "At Monster High, we are proud to support every individual no matter their differences, whether you have fur or fangs. Representing and supporting you is of utmost importance. We love you with every bone in our body. What do you love about yourself?" And you'll never believe how many fans commented this particular reoccurring statement. Ishtar comments, "Clawdeen needs a GF." Another user shared, "Clawdeen are hashtag lesbian shoddy." This fan asked, "Yay, are you going to give Clawdeen a girlfriend now? Hashtag lesbian, hashtag Clawdeen Wolf." One fan literally commented, "Clawdeen lesbian." And, literally every other top comment makes some statement about Clawdeen being a proud lesbian in the comeback. I need to share my personal thoughts on this, because being named Clawdeen9 after Clawdeen, who is my favorite character, when I was younger, I always thought of Clawdeen as an LGBTQ character. She was so powerful and bold, loyal to her friends, but also driven by her passions. In the movie Scarus, we watched her chase her dreams. She was great representation for me as a very anxious and closeted gay boy who was afraid to come out. Having Clawdeen being announced as an openly queer character would mean so much to me, and clearly so many others. Monster High didn't respond to any of the comments under this post, and there was something somewhat questionable about this post. But I'll get into that in a second. Back to what Garrett had to say about Clawdeen. A fan asked Garrett, "I've always seen Clawdeen as an LGBT character, not necessarily because of her lack of interest towards boys, but rather to her feeling uncomfortable and almost forced to flirt with boys. Was my 8-year-old self right all along, and Clawdeen has always been thought as a lesbian by the MH crew?" You may be surprised by Garrett's response. She wasn't planned to be. We just wanted to make sure that there was a character who wasn't boy crazy. Frankie and Drac more than made up for it. But as the line went along, her never showing interest in boys became a great thing. While it may not have been part of our initial thoughts, I love the idea that Clawdeen is a lesbian, so run with it and celebrate it. So there you have it. Clawdeen wasn't planned to be lesbian, but Garrett, the creator of Monster High, definitely supports and loves the idea. But does Mattel? Fans had some things to say. If you're so proud, why did you deny a few characters from Monster High to be LGBT when they were proposed to be, like Nathan, because it wasn't Mattel's time to do that? Or something, despite the fact the lead creator / designer for Monster High was LGBTQ+. Another commented, "We'd love to see it, but now let's see it in action with LGBTQ representation." One person called out Monster High. "Remember when you guys denied Garrett Sander's request to make Kieran Valentine character gay? Loves it." So how do you feel about this? Do you think Mattel will finally announce that a character is gay? I think something interesting about Monster High's post is they don't specifically mention LGBTQ+ or Pride at all, just used rainbow skulls. Why is this interesting? Because Barbie specified Pride in hers. At Barbie Style shared, "Together we support hashtag Pride and the LGBTQ+ community. Representation and inclusivity have the power to create a better world where everyone can take hashtag Pride in who they are." This is very clear, very specific, and can't be confused. Barbie is proudly announcing her support for the LGBTQ+ community and recognizing Pride Month, whereas Monster High's post is ambiguous and vague. I just hope if Monster High prides themselves on being inclusive, that they actually represent all monster kind, and not just what they think is safe and marketable. With that being said, there's some Monster High updates on the new dolls you don't want to miss, so keep on watching. But first, let's discuss some of these wild Monster High fan theories. I opened up the floor for all of you to share your theories on Instagram, and here's what some of you shared. At MookieToon says, "Made to move Monster High bodies. One of the most popular ways to play with Monster High dolls was to photograph and create stop motion, since they are incredibly posable, especially in comparison to most dolls back in the day, which weren't as posable. Elevating Monster High to the next level by including made to move posability could definitely send the line over the edge, but I think if they were to include articulation that in depth, we'd lose quality in the clothing. Personally, I'd prefer real metal chains over made to move articulation, as long as they have the same range of motion as before, but it would be nice to see if they include full articulation. What's more important to you, high quality fashions or made to move bodies?" A reoccurring theory is that the ghouls will be older or in senior year. One user says maybe they'll be a little older, like senior year. Another says sequel series of them in their senior years leading up to their graduation. How would you feel if the ghouls are older than before? I think Monster High exists in the type of universe where aging doesn't really make sense, but we just believe it anyway. It would be interesting to see the ghouls a little older, like having their own apartments or going to college, but I think they'll keep them the same age so that way they can continue the line as long as they want. Of course, many fans theorize that there will be an LGBTQ character. One user says, "Hopefully an open gay couple. Manifesting." Another shared, "My theory is that Clawdeen will be part of the LGBT+ community. LGBTQIA+ representation." Another says, "They're gonna give Clawdeen a GF." To elaborate on this theory, some fans think Clawdeen and Draculaura may actually become a canon couple, with one user responding, "Lesbian Clawdeen and Draculaura to pick between her and Claude, and Draculaura x Clawdeen." Clawdeen. I know that's a very popular ship, as Clawdeen and Draculaura are clearly very close friends. And in some particular instances, like when Clawdeen was very upset that Draculaura started dating Claude, many fans presume it's because Clawdeen was actually jealous and wishes she was the one dating Draculaura herself. Do you think it's a possibility Clawdeen and Draculaura could become a couple in the reboot? I think it's possible, but I actually like the Claude and Draculaura ship. They made a very cute couple IMO. Another popular theory is that the live-action movie will be based off the Monster High books by Lacey Harrison. I could definitely see this as a possibility. The Lacey Harrison books were definitely a bit more teen-geared, whereas the Monster High webisodes were targeted towards kids. So to see the live action be adapted in a non-cheesy, watered-down way would be nice. I'm thinking realistically it will be more of a younger kids movie, but if they can find a way to make it appeal to a wider audience, I think the message of Monster High being fully inclusive would resonate deeper. At Hector's Toy Channel theorizes that Monster High may do another collab with an artist like Melanie Martinez. I'm a die-hard Melanie Martinez fan, and since K-12 is school-themed, I think there's a fun way they could include Melanie in the Monster High universe. And seeing as Monster High has collabed with other major celebs like Lady Gaga and Madison Beer, I think it's possible they'd collab with someone like Melanie. What celebrity could you see Monster High collabing with? Now for some updates on the comeback dolls. On May 14th, Mattel filed a trademark for Ghoulia Yelps in dolls, so it's quite possible Ghoulia will be part of the collector lineup of dolls this year, or a reoccurring character in the Monster High comeback. Thank you so much again to Karma for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to download Karma using my link in the description to save yourself some coin. If you enjoyed today's video, you'll love all my other videos discussing all the doll tea, so don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, turn on notifications, and subscribe so you never miss the tea on the toys you love. Thanks for watching. See ya!